Good evening, class. I am actually, as you can see by the sign behind me, where it talks about pool safety, and you can hear a lot of background noise. I'm actually in Florida this evening, in Orlando, where the background noise you hear is the Post University men's tennis team and their post dinner, shall we say, relaxation mode. We're here for spring break. We're going to play 5 matches this week, opening that schedule tomorrow against Illinois Wesleyan, and had some fantastic experiences so far. I know that a couple of tennis people in the class spent the first day or two here practicing at the new USTA National Tennis Campus, which is wow, what a sports specific facility. And you talk about the whole idea of facilities and the economics of facilities and the economics of what it takes to operate a major sport. This is a real great experience just for our team to be here and to be amongst a whole bunch of other college teams that are using the facility this weekend. It's just really excellent. Okay, going to be really quick because I'm out here on the pool deck trying to get a little bit of quiet so I can make this video, and also that it's raining out here, so I'm trying to dodge the raindrops while we do this. So I do have the last two videos I put together explaining week 2, and I just wanted to be a little bit more specific as to our class and to what we did in week 1 and what I was pleased about seeing. Really enjoyed reading everybody's interactions. I really enjoyed reading what your interpretations are of some of the what I call pressing issues in sport. There's a lot going on, and the business of sport has almost as much variety as in the issues as the whole issue of sport itself. And we looked at some serious things in there. Amongst the prominent ones that I can remember quickly are stadium building, the competition for sport viewership amongst different media types, player salaries always come up, the cost of attendance of a game, just so many things. And I think you're beginning to see the complexity, and I'm very happy to see that the complexity is also helping you stay at what I call the big picture and looking at it at a high level. And we will be exploring many of the issues that you've mentioned. Another thing I wanted to mention, you notice, and people don't really comment on it, but you'll notice that there was called a review of economic principles, and it was a rather silly, probably to some of you, video from an economist, and he calls himself the stand-up economist, and his name is actually Dr. Yoram Bauman, University of Washington, and he's an environmental economist, and he does this little economics humor act. And you may have wondered, well, why was that even in there? Is the professor crazy? What is he trying to do? All I was trying to do was to use humor to see how many of you actually, and I maybe should take a informal poll about this, but I use this video in on-campus classes for one reason, because there I can actually observe. I can see who is watching it. I can see how they watch it. I can see if you laugh. I can see if you look puzzled. I can see if you look bored. And the whole idea was, in a very almost ridiculous way, just to remind us to some of the basic concepts of economics and how we use them in shaping our thoughts about events and activities, particularly in the business world, but also in the world in general, and how we think. And the whole idea is to get you thinking like an economist, and that's the way we'll do it. So remember to stay up on that plane. Take the hat off that says I'm a sports fan. Put the hat on that says I'm an economic thinker. I'm a business person. This is what it's all about. So with that being said, I'm going to leave the previous videos up because my recording facilities are not that great. In fact, I'm doing this all tonight from a Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone, because in the vacation house that we have rented here, we're having some system problems and some Wi-Fi problems. And I'm very happy to say I've got 9 student athletes, most of them whom are kind of annoyed that they can't get into the Wi-Fi to access some schoolwork, just like you. So this is a great event for us every year. We're doing it again. It happens to fall during the first week of your class. I will be looking at the discussions in full take a look at this week's discussions because we move into some very interesting things. And now we're going to be talking about the operation of a franchise. How do sports teams make money? And there may be a piece or two of reading, the brief reading, I assure you, that I may add during the week in the form of an article or two, and I think you'll find it interesting. But we are really concerned tonight. How do teams make money? How do they operate? What do they do? How do they conduct their business? And when you're looking at this again, keep it from that high level ownership, general manager at least perspective, and let's start understanding what happens off the field to make what happens on the field possible. Okay, so thank you for your indulgence with the circumstances this week, and I'm looking forward to continuing the great start that we had.